Petry situation we'll see is more about McTavish and how skillful he can be in getting a bidding war going. Well, what are my offers for this guy? There's a lot of teams that need defensemen every year. I mean, this year there's a bunch of teams injured, teams that are flailing around. A player like that can be very useful. Right now, many teams are actually, some teams would rather trade for somebody who has a contract with some term, but a lot of teams don't, because the salary cap situation is uncertain, and they'd rather not commit to salary for beyond this year. So that could be a real litmus test for Craig to see what he's able to leverage for, a very capable defenseman who can plug a hole for teams that want to go deep into the playoffs.
I think the rental market is the second round draft choice for a defenseman, except that Franzen got a first rounder for the Leafs, but it's more of a package deal. So I think most teams are, if they can get a second round and a prospect. It's just not a second round pick now, because in the Oilers' case, if they're going to trade Jeff Petry to a contender, that's a pick from 45 to 60. That's not a great pick. If it's 32, 33, whatever it is, that's okay, but that you better get a prospect back as well. And I think Detroit's another team, Montreal's another team, although Montreal is looking to make a deal for player, but that's certainly a team that would be interested in Jeff as well. Pittsburgh, any number of teams.
It's going to be interesting to see what McTavish does, because this is a very, as Maddie alluded to, very enticing prospect asset-wise going into the trade deadline. Last year, what did he get for Nick Schultz? Like a 4th or 5th rounder for Nick Schultz, who's certainly not on the same sort of scale as Jeff Petry. And last year his big tradable asset was Shemsky. So it'll be interesting to see sort of how the chips fall.